Have you ever felt like your emotions were running the show? Like you're calm one moment and spiraling the next? The Stoics believed the key to strength wasn't in suppressing emotion, but in mastering it. Today we're diving into ancient wisdom that teaches us how to stay centered no matter what chaos the world throws our way. Lesson 1. Understand the source of your emotions. Emotions don't appear out of nowhere. They're born from your thoughts, how you interpret events, and what you expect, what you fear, and what you desire. The Stoics believe that it's not the event itself that disturbs us, but our judgment of it. Imagine you're walking and someone bumps into you without apologizing. You might feel anger, but pause. What caused the anger? Was it the bump or your belief that the person should have behaved differently? That thought is what fuels the emotion. Stoicism teaches us to question this instinct. Is the expectation reasonable? Is the offense personal or simply human error? When we trace an emotion back to its root, we can understand its cause, and from there, take control. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you'll find strength." The moment you shift from reaction to reflection, you step into that power. You're no longer a puppet to emotion, but the puppeteer. By practicing this awareness, you build a buffer between stimulus and response. Emotions still arise, but they no longer hijack your judgment. Instead, they become signals, indicators of your inner landscape. When you master this process, you master your life. Lesson 2. You are not your emotions. Emotions are powerful, but they don't define you. They're fleeting responses, not permanent traits. To feel anger doesn't make you an angry person, and to feel fear doesn't mean you're a coward. The Stoics saw emotion like weather passing through the sky of the mind. You're the sky, not the storm. This distinction is critical. When you say, "I am angry," you merge your identity with a temporary feeling. Instead, say anger is present. That shift in language changes everything. It creates a distance. With that space, you can observe without judgment and without panic. Epictetus said, "It's not things themselves that disturb us, but our opinions about them, and opinions can be revised." Let emotion pass through you. Let them arrive, inform you, and then let them go. Like a wise host, you can greet each guest without becoming them. This is the essence of Stoic emotional mastery, not a denial of feeling, but detachment from identity. When you remember that you are not your emotions, you can begin to respond rather than react. You become calm in the storm, unshaken and observant. This is where clarity lies. Lesson 3. Practice voluntary discomfort. Modern life promises comfort at every turn, but the Stoics believe that comfort can make us fragile. One of the counterintuitive practices of the Stoics was voluntary discomfort, intentionally stepping into situations of mild hardship. Why? Because exposure builds resilience. When you fast, sleep on the floor, or take cold showers, you remind yourself, "I can endure this." Prove to yourself that your happiness doesn't rely on luxury or ease. Seneca advised to set aside a certain number of days during which you shall be content with the scantiest and cheapest fare, with coarse and rough dress, saying to yourself all the while, "Is this the condition I feared?" This isn't about punishment, it's about freedom. When you're no longer addicted to comfort, you can't be controlled by the fear of losing it. You become stronger, less reactive, more capable of meeting life's inevitable challenges. In discomfort, you meet your deeper self, the part that adapts, perseveres, and grows. The more you voluntarily endure, the less you fear what life throws at you. And with that fear gone, peace has room to enter. Lesson 4. Ask yourself, will this matter in 5 years? Life is full of emotional triggers, a spilled coffee, a harsh word, a missed opportunity. In the heat of the moment, these things feel enormous. But ask yourself, will this matter in 5 years? That question is a mental time machine. It lifts you out of the moment and shows you what really counts. It turns mountains into molehills. It brings perspective and peace. Most of what we stress about today will be forgotten in a few months, let alone 5 years. Think back to what worried you 5 years ago. How much of it still affects you today? Probably very little. Time has a way of erasing the insignificant. This realization is powerful. It teaches you to conserve emotional energy for what truly matters: your health, your relationships, and your values. It helps you to let go of petty frustrations and focus on long-term growth. So next time you feel the surge of emotion, pause, ask the question, see through the lens of time, and remember, not everything deserves your reaction. Lesson 5. Keep a Stoic journal. Journaling isn't just for poets and philosophers, it's a weapon for emotional clarity. The Stoics, especially Marcus Aurelius, used journals to examine their thoughts, actions, and emotional triggers. Their journals were private conversations with the self. Keeping a Stoic journal means reflecting daily on what went well, what went poorly, and why. What made you angry today? What brought you joy? Did you live according to your values? This habit reveals patterns. You'll notice what triggers you, what soothes you, and where your strengths lie. Over time, your awareness sharpens and your decisions become more intentional. And just like a coach reviews game footage, you review your day. You learn, you improve, you grow. Your journal becomes your teacher. It won't flatter you or judge you, it just shows you what is. That honesty is priceless. As you return to it each day, you develop not only emotional insight, but emotional accountability. Lesson 6. See obstacles as opportunities. Life will knock you down. It's not a threat, it's a promise. The Stoics didn't avoid this truth, they embraced it. They believed every obstacle was an opportunity in disguise. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." That failed relationship, it teaches you how to love better. That job loss, it pushes you towards something more fulfilling. That illness, it reveals your strength. Instead of asking, why me, ask, what can this teach me? Reframe the story. Obstacles are teachers dressed in hardship. They refine your character. They show you where you're still reactive, still soft and unprepared. They invite you to level up. Just as a river shapes its course around a rock, you adapt, you find new paths, you grow. Obstacles test your emotional resilience, but they also build it. They are the forge of wisdom and strength. Lesson 7. Practice gratitude. In a world obsessed with getting more, Stoicism teaches us to appreciate what we already have. Gratitude isn't just a nice feeling, it's disciplined practice. Seneca said, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future." That means finding joy in the now. Warmth of the sun, the sound of a friend's laughter, the breath in your lungs. These aren't small things. They're life itself. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's missing to what's present. It quiets envy, softens frustration, and strengthens relationships. It teaches you that contentment is not a destination, it's a decision. Start simple. At the end of each day, write down 3 things you're grateful for. Not grand achievements, just moments. A good meal, a kind word, a quiet evening. Gratitude rewires your emotional landscape. Over time, you'll find yourself less reactive, more patient, and more present. You'll start to see life not as something to endure, but something to cherish. These 7 Stoic lessons aren't just ideas, they're tools. Use them, practice them, let them reshape how you engage with the world. Mastering your emotions doesn't mean you won't feel, it means you'll feel deeply, consciously, and with choice. And that choice is your power. If you like this video and this type of content, then please drop a like and subscribe to the channel for more. And until next time, stay grounded, stay curious, and never stop seeking wisdom.